Ed, what's the one thing your home defense plan is missing?
The one thing my home defense plan
I know what I'm
missing.
thinking about now because I've seen some great home defense stuff lately.
What are you thinking about?
Well, there is a camera out there. It's actually like a motion sensor light for your yard that
Okay.
hooks up to a paintball gun with a pan tilt zoom head on it and facial recognition software so that the camera can scan who's coming into your yard. If the face doesn't match up with your family members, it starts pelting them with paintballs.
Is this one of those?
I need that.
Is this one of those things that fire departments really don't like?
Yeah,
That's
I bet.
actually a booby trap.
Yeah, I bet
Okay.
that the fire department or the police officer who's coming to investigate the complaint at your house, he probably wouldn't like,
Yeah, UPS guy wasn't a fan.
yeah, paintball machine
lit
gun
him up pretty good.
just hosing them down.
The one thing that and I am sympathetic to the Americans who say, you know what, I am already photographed way more often than I would like out in public. I'm not going to hang up more cameras in my house. I'm sympathetic to that, and I even agree with that. So I'm going to totally sidestep you should have cameras at every entryway, every exit, every window. I get it. You don't want to do that. Cool. The one thing that I'm in the process of putting together and perfecting, because this is one of those, it sucks. Like, I'm sorry. I wish there was one thing I could tell you to buy, but there isn't. Since it's so difficult to, of course, or hardwire something into your electrical system to be able to do this, it works best to get the remote controlled ones that run on batteries. But I want to have lights set up in my residence. So if I hear something weird, I can hit a button and everything is lit up.
Yeah, the lights go on.
All of the stairwells, all of the rooms, everything. I don't want you guys who hear this, I don't want you guys and gals playing sneak and peek in the dark, out in the dark and well, I know this is my woods. I know, but yeah, I know, but don't. If you can, find a way to rig something up where you can hit a button and lights all around in your residence turn on. And it doesn't have to be daylight bright, but it has to be enough to alert anyone who might be trying to break in that they have been detected, and for you to be able to see what there is.
Yeah, and who is in your house? Then you get an absolute,
Right.
you know that it's if it's someone who's not supposed to be in there. One of the elements that, when I think about this seriously, is reinforcing doors and other access points. And that's,
Sure.
I think, people are like, well, I got my pump shotgun loaded with buckshot, and I got my this, and I got my that. And I'm okay. What happens? Somebody shows up at your house, and just kicks in your door when you're not there. Something as simple as extra long screws on the plate, the latch plate on your door lock, or better deadbolts, or things you can drop on the hinges to keep the door from being kicked open or knocked open. Because most burglars are not, doing the cat burglar thing of sliding the little Jimmy rod through the window and
Right.
coming in. They're kicking in the door. They're running in their house. They're grabbing what they can grab quickly and getting out of it.
Well, and even worse, and this is a very sensitive topic with a lot of Americans, especially those over the age of 70. It was still, when I was still in law enforcement, it was still a term we'd use. If you find some guy just walking around trying doorknobs, well, what he's doing is he's trying to find unlocked doors.
Right.
And some people, especially my beloved fellow Americans over the age of 70, some of them get fighting mad when you bring up locking the door.
Right.
I don't have to. You do, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know you grew up and your parents didn't have a key to their house, and I know that, damn it, you shouldn't have to lock. I know, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But you have to lock the door.
Yeah, and you have to lock the door to your vehicle.
You have to lock the door to your vehicle. You have to lock the door to your garage. Is there a door from your garage into your residence? A lot of events that end tragically, I should say crimes that end even more tragically than they might otherwise have ended, begin with somebody just opening an unlocked door and walking into a residence. So lock the door, shut and lock the windows. I know you feel you shouldn't have to. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, we no longer live in 1960, so lock the damn door.
Yeah, and one of the elements too, and depending on how deeply you want to go into this and how much you want to do every single day, like you said, lock the door between the garage and the house. If your car is parked on the street, and I will say this right now because I'm sure somebody will try to figure it out. My son's car is parked on the street in front of my house, and in that car is a little clicker to open my garage door.
Yes.
So somebody gets into that car, smashes a window, gets a garage door clicker, opens my garage, that's where my entire security plan falls to pieces, because now they've got access to the house. So you got to have that door locked. And if you're going to park the car in the street, maybe you bring that garage door clicker in with you when you park the car and go into the house.
And it's human nature to not think about things that make you uncomfortable.
Right.
They don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about running, because running makes me think about heart attacks, and I don't want to think about having a heart attack, like that kind of stuff. These holes in our security plan are uncomfortable to talk about, because maybe you've spent a bunch of money on guns and night vision and all kinds of other stuff, but it had never occurred to you that your wife's car is always parked out in the street and there's always a garage door open.
Yeah,
and you literally never lock the door between the kitchen and the garage.
Did you know we have a secret gun giveaway going on right now? You can enter for free, but it ends really soon. Just click the link in the description below to reveal which brand new gun you could win. Right. And those sorts of things. I mean, great. You can get the doorbell camera. Wonderful. It's really cool, except that when everybody walks past the front of your house and the doorbell camera goes off every 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. Are there dragonflies in your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Do you have flowers near your house? Guess what?
Yeah. And doorbell cameras have done some great and amazing and wonderful things, and I'm not going to tell people not to get them. I am going to tell them take all those other steps first.
Yes.
Lock the doors, reinforce the doors, take your garage clicker inside, keeping your car keys far away from your front door. I've seen that lately, as these guys are using radio retransmitters to transmit the signal from your car key to your car, and they can end up stealing your car. So yeah, move the car keys away from the front door. That kind of sort of stuff is going to help you every bit as much and even more than the high dollar pan tilt zoom paintball launching, pepper ball launching gun that you can mount on the corner.
And like you joked about earlier, this isn't going to be Ocean's 11 where they're going to get like a brassy redhead and a kung fu master and no, they're not looking for a challenge. They're looking for easy stuff to steal or people who will be easy to victimize.
Yeah.
And if your residence doesn't seem to be as easy to victimize or infiltrate as other residences, they're hopefully going to go somewhere else. Now, you do get boogeyman scenarios.
Yeah.
Where for whatever reason, this guy saw my wife at the grocery store and followed her home.
Right.
And you know what? That's a nightmare scenario, and that is not random crime. Most of what we're talking about is how to thwart random crime. The look out meth, here I come guys. They're just trying to steal another chainsaw they can flip for $10 in their quest to get high.
Yep.
That's most of what we're trying to prevent here.
And just a few steps, it's, you can end up preventing that and protect yourself. You just got to think about it.